So, how do we find work life balance in the midst of our crazy? And again, that's our definition of work life balance, our new one. Okay, so we've settled that we aren't going for this equally balanced life. There are crazy busy times, and then there are slower times. We are finding balance one day at a time. But there are things that we can do and should do to create a peaceful and serene life. There are things we need to do to invest in our relationships and our health. These things don't come with a wave of the magic wand, no matter how hard we wish for them. Okay, so how you do these things is going to be unique to you. However, there are some general principles that we can all apply. Number one, don't set goals, create habits. And if you've been at this channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm not a fan of goals or the popular goal systems. And I will leave all those shows for you below so that you can check those out. And the reason why is because they don't work for moms. So I wrote about goals and habits in greater detail and did a whole show on them. But essentially, goals are just too easy to fail at. Then we go through the mom guilt of not achieving what we wanted to. Even though we followed all the steps to the letter, we still didn't accomplish our goals. And we shouldn't put ourselves through that, okay? We just shouldn't. If you want to find work-life balance, create habits instead. So habits become automatic behavior. So you start doing them without thinking. So James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, dives into this idea in greater detail. Once the behavior becomes automatic, you start doing it without thinking. Then it frees up space in your brain. Yes, who needs more space in your brain? I do. Because you aren't always thinking about it. You've trained your mind to get into that habit, and so it'll automatically start switching gears when it's time. So with habits, you are more than likely to be more consistent. So it's easy to commit to something for 5 minutes a day and work on it in small, consistent steps instead of committing hours or a whole day to try to achieve your goal. We're moms. We do not have the luxury of a lot of free hours, but we can easily find 5 minutes. Sometimes it might be in the bathroom, but you can find it in the bathroom. Number 2, let go of the perfect. So I did mention this in the previous show on how to find the balance between life and work. But the more I read and dive into this topic, the more convinced I am that this is probably the biggest obstacle, especially for moms. We want our homes to always be guest ready and our meals to be perfectly balanced and Martha Stewart approved. If you have more than one kid in your home, this just isn't going to happen. If you want to have work-life balance, so that serene and peaceful life, then let go of the perfect so you can embrace the good. Number 3, accept the slower pace. So this is one that I love to hate because I don't want to slow down. I want to be able to move at the same pace as I did in my 20s before I had kids. That's not too much to ask, right? I want to take on the world and conquer it. And yes, I have the t-shirt to prove it. I'll leave that link below for you because that's what I used to do. But reality must be faced. I have 6 kids and one is still a toddler. So this is a recipe for exhaustion all the time. I'm running 2 businesses. There's an expectation to be fed. I'm still trying to figure out where that comes from. And I can't run at the pace I used to run at because I'm carrying a heavier load. If we're going to find balance in life, then we need to accept that we are moving at a slower pace. Everything is going to take longer to accomplish. But here's the thing. If we can accept it, then we can plan around it. And that will make our habits and goals more easily achievable. Mom, you can have work-life balance with family and career. It is possible to have work-life balance. We just need to change how we view it. So, what is your rebel mom view of work life balance? Do you accept the idea of the gurus, or are you charting your own path? Let me know in the comments below.